Hey, welcome back to another great RC Worst video. Today I wanted to talk to you about my favorite light-duty residential sewage pump. Now this pump could also be used in sump applications, but specifically sewage applications, so solids handling where you're dealing with toilets and things of that nature. This is an excellent pump. It has one of the lowest return rates and it has one of the lowest warranty rates out of all of the pumps that we offer in this particular caliber. This pump is extremely reliable. Now one of my favorite features about this pump is it's going to have extended life above most pumps in this size because it has a recessed vortex impeller. So that type of impeller means that the impeller, or the bottom of the volute here where the intake is, the impeller is way up here towards the top. So you've got a lot of clearance, and it's actually the motion of the water that's passing the solids through the pump. So nothing's really coming in direct contact with the pump. And I'm so excited about this pump that I wanted to make this video today. One, I'm going to offer a discount at the end of the video so you can have a coupon code if you're curious to try this video in your own basement application, save you a little bit of money on that. And then two, just to kind of go over some of the finer points of this pump. So first, let's discuss where it's applicable. So I've got here printed out the pump performance curve, and this basically shows that this pump has about a shut-off head of roughly 19 feet, but you never want to operate a pump at shut-off head. You want to stick with this pump between about 8 and 14 feet, so 14 being up here and 8 being right down here. So that's going to be your ideal operating range to expect the best life out of this pump. So keep that in mind when you're selecting it. This is available with a variety of options. You can get it with a float switch, you can get it without a float switch, 120 volt, 230 volt, so tons of options to suit your needs. Another great feature about this pump is the fact that it's all cast iron, no plastic anywhere to be found on the exterior of the pump, so it's going to provide optimal cooling. So again, going to prolong the life of the pump, especially in those light duty applications where you've probably got a relatively small basin. If you had a big basin with a lot of water around it, you'd have a lot of places for that heat to go, but in a small basin you've got short run times, and sometimes you're in situations where the pump cycles relatively rapidly. So this pump, being all cast iron, is ideally suited for those situations. In addition to that, it doesn't have an extremely high flow rate because it is a vortexing impeller. The flow rate is going to be a little bit less than some of the impellers that are, less clearance, that are like a split vane impeller and so forth. So the flow rate is right where you would want it to be for those situations. So all the things that are adding up here are adding up to extended pump life. That recessed impeller decreases the wear on the bearing because you have less shaft protruding down into the pump to accomplish the solids handling. So the shaft is much shorter, so the strain on it as the impeller rotates is much less. So keep that in mind as well. And lastly, I just want to remind you this is a sewage pump, however, is well suited for a variety of applications. It would be a great effluent pump if you're looking for a reliable, inexpensive solution. Great for sumps, great for dewatering of various different applications. You do want to keep the rocks and so forth out of this pump. You wouldn't want to use it as like a pump in a ditch or something along those lines because it does have a glass reinforced plastic impeller. So keep that in mind. It's not going to handle a high amount of abrasives, but if you've got relatively clean water or you're just dealing specifically with like human waste products, this is going to be a great pump. Very unlikely to clog. So on to the discount. The discount code that you're going to want to enter at checkout is SRM4ME, all capitals, so SRM4ME. That'll allow you to save 5% on this pump. Give it a try. I know you're going to like it. Make sure if you do try this pump out, leave it in the comments below, and what we might end up doing is giving something away to the first person who takes advantage of this deal and leaves a comment. So don't forget to like and subscribe. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. Yep, Tuesday and Friday. And this is definitely my favorite light-duty residential sewage pump. So we'll catch you next time.